It's the final campaign appearance before the election, so everything had to be right. That's why Slovak Prime Minister Robert Fico opened with the rhetorical big guns. We will not follow any EU quotas. We won't allow one single Muslim to live in our country. Actually, Slovakia hasn't been affected by the refugee crisis. The country, which has a population of 5 million, has only taken in 300 migrants so far. Still, fears are running high. Yes, I'm scared that some might be coming. The whole world is full of them. Maybe they're coming here too. Look, there are so many of them. There are children, sick people. Who is supposed to take care of them all? No, it can't be any good. Protect Slovakia proclaim Prime Minister Fico's election posters in Bratislava. And his aren't the only ones. All parties in the election have rejected the notion of taking in refugees.
For many Slovaks, it's the fear of the unknown. So far, not many refugees have entered the country, but they could eventually come, and no one knows what that's going to be like. That's the feeling, that's the fear that many politicians here are trying to exploit.
Anti-refugee propaganda is very common, but not everyone here agrees with it. Elena and other volunteers cook for refugees here in this little kitchen west of Bratislava. They prepare simple meals, but they don't have a lot of support.
When people in Slovakia are getting poorer and poorer, it's only natural reaction that they are very easily switched against some enemy who will take from them even more.
And because there are almost no refugees in Slovakia, Elena brings the food the other volunteers prepare across the border to Austria. Beside the highway between Bratislava and Vienna, there's a small container village. Around 80 people from Afghanistan, Syria and Iran live there.
When you meet them, immediately the image of the threat or security threat or something is broken. You know, there are people like us.
While the refugee crisis has become a hot-button issue in the Slovak elections, other problems are getting swept under the rug. Trouble in the healthcare and education systems are not being addressed by any of the politicians.
It is easier to play emotional cards than to tell people, look, this is what we've done and this is what you gained during the last 4 years or so. And emotions are much stronger in attracting voters to come to the poll.
Regardless of whether refugees are coming to Slovakia or not, Robert Fico's campaign strategy seems to be working. According to polls, his government is set to be re-elected. Things will likely get more complicated in July when Slovakia assumes the EU Council presidency. Bratislava will then be responsible for coordinating a European solution to the refugee crisis.